Hello, everybody. It's Foshin with AmericanCivilDebate.com. Thank you for joining us. I'm here with...
Oh, normally you introduce me, so I wasn't prepared for that one. That was kind of weird.
We can get you every once in a while. What are we talking about today, Matt?
We're going to talk about Biden's first 100 days and, whether or not he's done more damage than good or he's basically just a sock puppet for the progressives.
Okay. So,
what do you think?
I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't think I think he's done a lot of stupid things, but that's my thought. I think that's a lot of Republicans' thoughts. But a lot of the liberals are, with Trump in office, they thought that he was just given to the rich. So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody yaps one way and everybody yaps the other. So let's look at this chart that you just put up and read it out to everybody.
I got a lot of charts. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to talk about Trump and Biden because that's what we really care about right now. So the average approval rating for Trump was 42%. Biden's at 54% within their first 100 days in office.
Okay.
Now, who do you think that's... what do you think that's more towards? Where do you think he's getting his approval rating from?
Are the Democrats?
Or why do you think it's higher than Trump's was?
I don't know. Can you?
I have no idea. I just thought you'd come up with something.
I have nothing, to be honest with you.
I'll tell you this. Biden passed 10 laws. Trump passed 22.
Okay.
I don't care about the total of pages and the total number of words, just because it doesn't really mean anything to me. It's just mainly the laws and what the laws stand for, and what those laws are. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's just me. I'm not going to be the one doing all the talking here. Come on.
Well, I'm thinking here.
Well, you got a screen in front of you too.
Yes, I know.
So with executive orders, Trump passed 32, signed 32 executive orders, and Biden signed 41. But also, Biden also reversed all of Trump's 62 executive orders, including the Keystone XL pipeline and canceling 2 of Trump's actions on the road.
But do you think that's just for retaliation of what Trump did to Obama's policies? Doesn't it seem like tit for tat? I mean, think about it for a sec.
I mean, now that you say that, yeah, because, Biden was there in office with...
I mean, that's
Obama
why everybody fights
like
so much, though. You know what I mean? It's like, because you're hearing the media blaring at each other, or blaring about one or the other. It's all tit for tat. That's what this is. That's what politics is all about. It's tit for tat. One wants to power, the other one wants to power. They both try to take powers away from each other.
So
and what they really do is just
hold on. Do you think at this point they're just kind of bullying each other?
Yes, I do. But I also think a lot of people, before Trump ever got elected, I mean, Republicans were doing okay in the House and the Senate because they took both. But the thing is, there was a lot of dirty Republicans in there. I mean, there's a lot of
dirty people on every side.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm saying, I mean, if you looked at the 2018 election, all those people decided that they didn't want to run for office no more. We were the majority. Remember that?
Yeah.
They were leading. I mean, they were going to win again no matter what. They screwed us. To me, that's just my thought.
Us? What do you mean us? Republicans in general?
Well, the conservative people. I mean, they've been letting them down. I mean, let's be for real here. John McCain against Obama. That was the stupidest pick with going against Obama.
Yeah.
And then Romney, that was even worse. And that's, they weren't giving us a good choice. And then here comes Trump. And Trump didn't give him a chance to destroy him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they thought he would destroy himself, and he didn't, and because the people got behind him. Now, Trump did a lot of executive orders, like you said, 32 of them. He destroyed Obamacare. Didn't destroy, but he dismantled it with the main thing. You remember that? Took away the taxing people for $1,000.
Well, he did 62 executive orders.
Okay, but my point being is, he did that. Biden's doing that to Trump now. And what is all that? It's tit for tat.
So
those people those people really care for what Americans really want? It doesn't seem like it.
Do you think Biden is trying to Trump?
Huh?
Do you think Biden is trying to Trump?
No, I think he's just getting them back because that's what the socialists want, or the progressive liberals. I mean, the progressive liberals, you got to think during the Obama times, I mean, you remember the gay marriages. They gave gay marriages or the rights to gays to get married. And the thing is, I don't have a problem with it. That's between them and God and the priests who did it. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be judgmental about that. I mean, the abortion thing, I think murder is murder no matter which way you look at it. You kill a kid or you kill somebody on death row, I still think it's murder. I think that's something that God takes care of. But going back, all this crap is tit for tat. I mean, seriously. I mean, Obama signed a crap load of executive orders.
Well, yeah, but
Trump got rid of some of those, and
he got rid of 12. Trump got rid of 12
executive orders.
Biden got rid of all 62.
It's tit for tat. That's exactly what it is.
12 compared to 62?
I understand that.
Come on.
But the other thing is, if you think about it, the Democrats are pissed off because they think they should have had one more in the House or the Supreme Court, which Republicans blocked them for. I mean, this is all tit for tat.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew as soon as the Republicans blocked that, you knew everything started sliding anyway because the Democrats were getting more and more and more outrageous with everything that they were doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, and that's life. I mean, but it's all tit for tat. Is that really for the people, though? I mean, honestly, do you think they're doing this for the people, or are they doing it for their base?
Pardon my French. I think it's one flexing their dick.
Flexing, okay.
I mean, seeing who's got the bigger one. That's what I mean, and that's how I feel it's going to go. I feel like Biden's doing this now, and then next year, if Trump gets elected, it'll be chaos.
But do you think, but isn't that like playing chicken? Two cars, seeing who's going to flex first. And if you think about it, Trump did it. Trump did a lot of good things for America, and Biden's destroying a lot of that stuff.
Yep.
But it seems like, and that's progressive liberals are doing a lot of that on purpose.
Let me ask you this. Why do you think some Americans don't like Trump? Do you think it's because he's outspoken? Do you think it's because he can't be bought?
Because he doesn't shut his mouth. I mean, he always says he fights back, and that's fine. But with the news media yapping about him all the time, I mean, people just get tired of it. I mean, there's a lot of times I looked at, like Fox News would show a tweet, and I'm like, my God, why did you have to say that crap? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think politicians should be on Twitter in the first place.
Well, don't get me wrong.
Pardon me.
I like Trump. I think Trump has done good for us. But on social media, and when Trump doesn't get his way, he acts like a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the.
But a lot of them
exactly
do,
like the neighbor's kids when they can't get a cookie.
But a lot of them do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Democrats and Republicans. What do? They rush to their news media and they sit there and they make hype about it. Which, I mean, and that's the thing. I watch the news. I watched Fox News for a long time, and I've watched CNN. I've watched MSNBC, and you could just tell the way both sides. Like one side was screaming louder and louder. The other side is just trying to calm the nerves for a little while. And then it's like, holy crap, we got to get better and better at this. And then you had Newsmax come out, and Newsmax is a fairly good show. I've watched a little bit of it here and there. And they have a lot of the people that left Fox News to come there, which I don't blame them because Fox News, it started getting more and more. They were helping the liberals push, or socialist liberals, to me, push their agendas.
I'll tell you this: it's definitely getting harder to trust, the news media and everything like that. That's why I try and watch BBC, because they're not biased in any way. It's a separate country looking in and talking about what's going on in our country.
Yeah, but And that's okay, and sometimes we get good perspectives out of that. But if you looked at the whole news media as a whole, a lot of those people have sold out. They've sold out.
Oh, yeah.
And just like with, a lot of people said during the Obama administration, it was a largest transfer of wealth in the world. Well, during Trump, in the presidency, you started seeing all these billionaires coming out as Democratic or whatever, because it just seems like, yeah, there's a lot of people that made a shitload of money. You know what I mean? And it's like, and they're all Democrat for some reason.
If you can make money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't make money off the backs of other people.
No, not at all. You make money for yourself.
You know what I'm saying, but you don't screw people over.
Yeah.
If you can do it honestly and not worry about, you can sleep at night, and I don't see how a lot of these people sleep at night at all. I really don't.
They sleep in their California king bed after eating a nice steak dinner, I'll tell you that.
With their prostitutes. And their
exactly.
pimps. But no, I'm serious, though. It's like, come on, people. It's like, I don't see how politicians can look themselves in the mirror in the mornings or at night before they go to bed. I mean,
well, they don't have to. They're all vampires. They can't see themselves.
Well,
in the mirror.
You know what I'm saying, though.
They're all bloodsuckers. I do want to talk about the unemployment rates versus Trump and Biden.
Okay.
Trump had a unemployment rate of 4.4%.
Right.
Biden had an unemployment rate of 6%.
Right.
And I don't know whether to chalk that down to COVID and everything like that. But I also kind of want to blame Biden for it, for, the whole unemployment deal and what he's providing the people now.
Well, I mean, it's just like a lot of people say, why go to work when you can just lay at home and do nothing and make money? I mean, that's a lot of people, and that's a lot of people out there that are, well, pathetic and lazy, to be honest with you. I mean, I understand disabled and people that, you know what I mean, or have kids and they can't go to work because their kids are at home. You know what I mean? I understand some of that. I really do. But come on, people. We got jobs out there. Go get a friggin' job. Get off your asses and let's go. I work. I hate working. I do water, but I'm not going to sit there and draw money from the government because the government's not giving us free money for nothing. I know we pay for unemployment, but the federal government giving extra money out, it's going to come back around, especially with the higher taxes that they're trying to push around. I mean, people, come on, you got to get off your asses and go to work. The government never gives anybody for free. Nothing, ever. Not one time has any government given money for free. It comes from somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the taxpayer.
Oh, yeah, and that's what we were talking about yesterday.
Okay, so going back with the 100 days of Biden, do you think he's screwed up so far?
Now, what do you mean by screw up?
Okay, I mean, the executive orders, let's just say the executive orders are tit for tat.
Okay.
For what Trump did to a lot of his legacies that, Obama's like, you're getting rid of my legacies or whatever. Yep. Now, Trump did he did 52 total, it said.
62,
excuse me, I'm sorry about that. And Biden's cut every one of those.
Yep.
Don't you think this is all tit for tat, though? I mean, the way everything's lined up so far, one wants more power, one wants power, and the other one, they want the people to have it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One wants government control of everything.
If you remember,
to death.
If you remember, Trump had originally said that the people that the political people weren't out to get Trump. They were out to get the people, but Trump was in their way. Do you remember him saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So explain what's your theory on that?
I feel with everything that Biden has done, he's trying to make it look like Trump was out there for himself.
But that's both political parties have done that.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to get at is I feel Biden is trying to self-center all the blame onto Trump.
Well, all the Democrats have done that.
Well, yeah.
But they want the American people to think that President Trump was a mistake. Well, he wasn't a mistake. The American people voted for him. because they didn't want the same old policies. And Hillary Clinton, I mean, let's be for real. If it were $1 billion of the country, she'd take the $1 billion and be moved to another country and be a ruler over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Or an island or something like that. Do you think Hillary Clinton would have been best for America?
God, no.
No. Okay. There you go.
I mean, what about the lies about Benghazi that she said?
See, I mean,
that's been proven wrong.
But I guess here's my thing. I think Trump I think he had some really smart people that went after all the politicians that were doing us dirty. And he's also showed us how many of the Republicans are just as dirty as the Democrats are. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I mean, let's be for real. And those people left off. A lot of those people left office in 2018. Paul Ryan, Jeff Flake. Well, not Jeff Flake. McCain was still a senator, but I mean, see, I've never had a problem with McCain except for McCain got pissed off at Trump, and Trump pissed him off. I'm not even going to lie to you. But it's like, come on, people. It just shows that he let us know who were some dirty politicians. I mean, that's just my thought. This whole thing. If you really want to boil it all down to, it's tit for tat on both sides. Don't you think?
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, let's go to the next. Go ahead, Matt. All right, a lot of silence going on over here.
I'm trying to think of something good.
So hold on. If we're going to do that, let's go touch back on something yesterday.
I had one of my buddies just text me. He goes, a lot of people probably won't agree with me on this, but he just texted me this saying, white people don't vote white, black people vote black, and Hispanics vote Hispanic. How do you feel about that?
I think it's just like what we said yesterday about people voting political sides. It's all sides. Because I think the news media has tribalized everybody. I mean, you got mixtures of people. You got, white people, African Americans. You got Hispanics, Asians. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. And yeah, of course they're going to vote that way. And do you blame them right now? Because you can't trust. You can't trust the politicians for one, but you can't trust the news media anymore. And they're getting bombarded 24/7. I mean, let's be for real. If you were listening to like CNN or any of those, wouldn't you be a basket case like a lot of these people, like Lane?
I like to think I am a basket case.
All right, but I mean, you look at Lane. Let's take Lane for instance. Your buddy in Michigan, who's a liberal, not a bad liberal, not a bad person. Just he's a different thinker than what we are.
I would say Lane has very extremist views at sometimes, especially with his view on healthcare,
right?
And his view on a lot of other things that he sits there and talks about.
Oh, we got TJ calling. Hold on. Yes, TJ. Hello.
So,
yeah, what's
what
up?
Day, tomorrow or Thursday, what day you want to meet up so we can start going through stuff?
Well, right now we're doing a live podcast, man. You want to join us?
Yeah,
we're right in the middle of it.
Now.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of it. Let me call you back after this podcast, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, give me.
All right, brother. Later.
All right, give me a buzz.
Sorry about that, people. That's my old friend TJ. He's an investor in this, so we're trying to work some things out. It's going to be up to Tony Benedict and to Heidi Yuri what we do. I don't know where else to go with that.
It was a bad segue, I'll tell you that.
That was.
Very bad segue.
We'll have to cut that one out. We'll have to
can't, we're live.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. No, so how do you feel about Biden's first 100 days in office? How do you think he's done?
I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen a difference yet.
Okay.
I mean, I really haven't. I mean, you hear things from Fox News, you hear things from the progressive liberals, you hear things on the news media, you talk to different people, Everybody's saying he's destroying. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm living the same life I would live through the Obama days, to the Trump days, right now through the Biden days.
All right.
I care that we're, like social media and all them are trying to censor us. I don't think that's right. But to be honest with you, that was going on during the Obama days, during the Trump days, and during the Biden days. You know what I mean? It's been going on for a while. It's a game. It's a game that everybody's playing. I mean, Republicans play games against liberals and Democrats, and then Democrats play games against the liberals. It's just like in politics. It's tit for tat. Everything's tit for tat. Everybody's got to get each other back for whatever reason. So it's just like high school. That's what this all reminds me of. And you know what I mean? And I guess I understand some of what liberals say sometimes about, they're pissed off at Trump for doing this or doing that, but it's like, or, they call him a misogynist pig or whatever. And it's like, well, we all are. Men are. Women are, they're crazy. That's, honestly, that's still my thought in life. It's like, okay, men are men and women are women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing's ever going to change. It's been like that for 100 years, 1,000 years. Even Jesus Christ said it in the Bible. I'd rather sleep out in the desert than with an angry woman. You know what I mean? It's like, what's changed?
Yeah. So are those your final thoughts?
It is not. You go ahead, or you want me to do my final thought?
I'll let you do your final thoughts.
All right, my final thought is this. I think that people need to start waking up and quit letting them be crowded with noise. I think if you sit there and look, if you looked in the middle of everything, this is all tit for tat. It's like high school. We're sitting here reliving high school years. I have no problem. I never had a problem with Obama. I really didn't. I didn't have a problem with Trump, and I don't have a problem with Biden. And to be honest with you, I'm still living the same life that I've lived through all their administrations. So I haven't noticed a big difference yet, except for technology with the censorship of Facebook, YouTube, all those places that everybody says that they're being censored by, in Twitter. I don't notice anything else. I really don't. I think it's more the social media doing the bidding for the socialist. That's just my thought. I just think the politicians are playing to them because they're trying to take. You know what I mean? It's like all this is tit for tat. It's a bunch of billionaires fighting with each other for control of the world or this country. And we got to quit letting them do that. We got to be we the people and stand up and say no more. And we got to start uniting. We got to start talking to each other and building relationships again. Even though that they think a little bit differently, but you know what? We all think differently. We all have opinions. That's what is it? 200 or 325 million people in this country.
So a large number. A very large number.
That's a lot of fucking opinions right there. That's a lot of opinions.
Yep.
I mean, come on, people. We gotta quit letting them put noises in our head. I'm gonna let you do the final thoughts, and then I'll do my.
It works. So this isn't my final thoughts, but this is what my buddy texted me, and I feel true to this. A lot of the narratives that people put out there are a lot deeper than what people first look at them.
Explain.
That's it.
That's it.
Think about it. Do your research. Sit there. Look at what they're trying to push to you.
Oh, absolutely. Please join us at AmericanCivilDebate.com. No censorship. No fact-checking. All you need is an email address to join. Come join us and let's talk about it at AmericanCivilDebate.com. Everybody have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon.